It's time for GMA3. NASCAR legend Kyle Busch passing away suddenly at 41 years old.
The Candyman comes, Kyle Busch.
A week after winning a race.
Why do these moments never get old, Kyle?
Because you never know when the last one is.
Leaving behind his wife and children, just 11 and 4 years old. The holiday weekend getaway is on. A record number of Americans are on the move. The new setback after the sinkhole opened on a runway at LaGuardia Airport, and what to expect if you're hitting the road, from soaring gas prices to the best and worst times to head out. And 50 states in 50 weeks is in the Cowboy State. From the mountains of Wyoming to the prairies.
360 degrees of bison.
We're going in search of the Big Five as we celebrate the window to the West. It's time for GMA3.
On me, 0 to 100 fast.
We love Jackson, we love Wyoming, we love all the 50 states, and we love having you with us here. I am Will Reeves.
I just need a cowgirl hat.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rhiannon Alley. Happy Friday to you. We are here with Stephanie Ramos, and we're so glad all of you are joining us.
Yes, happy Friday. And there's no better way to kick off the weekend than with The Mandalorian and Grogu finally in theaters today.
Yes, we're so excited. And with the unofficial start of summer here, we have got the right stuff on summer games for the whole family to play. Lori B has that. I see a really fun pool game over there, making me wish I had a pool.
What is that?
I don't know what that one is. That looks fun,
find out.
We will tell you in just a little bit. We're going to start, though, with the rush to get out of town to celebrate Memorial Day. A record number of travelers are expected to be on the move, and Trevor Alt is at LAX with the latest. Hey, Trevor, how's it looking?
Hey, it's looking good, Rhiannon, but we're seeing a lot of action for sure on the tarmac here at LAX. This flight is about to take off for Hawaii in just a little bit. This is one of 5,000 United flights that are scheduled to take off just today. United says over this travel stretch, they're expecting to move nearly 4 million passengers, and that's just one airline. The TSA says through Wednesday, they're expecting to screen 18.3 million people, part of that record-breaking stretch of travel for the Memorial Day weekend. The busiest airports being Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, and right here at LAX. Now, of course, we know we're going to see some long lines at airports, and one of the biggest trouble areas right now is on the other side of the country in New York at LaGuardia Airport. They're still seeing some issues with that sinkhole on the runway there. That's now been multiple days of being shut down. The repairs keep getting pushed back. They now say they're expecting it to reopen tomorrow morning, but that has already caused a number of delays and cancellations. Still, though, anytime you are traveling for a holiday, it is always a good idea to give yourself extra time as you head to the airport. Guys.
Solid advice. Thanks so much, Trevor. From the sky to the roads, where drivers are likely to face gridlock and soaring gas prices. Matt Rivers is at a gas station right here in New York City. And Matt, you've got some good news and bad news, right?
Yeah, Steph, that's right. The good news, we're heading into a holiday weekend. That's always fun to hear. But the bad news is that gas prices across the country are higher than we've really seen them in a number of years now. The national average this morning hovering right around $4.54 per gallon. And remember, that's just the average. In many states across the country, it's even higher than that. And yet that is not stopping tens of millions of Americans from traveling this weekend. We've seen pictures of packed roadways all over the place, and that is certainly something that we're going to continue to see throughout the weekend. In terms of when it is the best time to travel, today you want to get out there as soon as you can, because you're looking at traffic building all the way up until the 8 p.m. hour, according to the experts at INRIX. And then when it comes to coming back later this weekend, if you can travel, let's say Sunday versus Monday, we're told that Sunday is going to be the better travel day in terms of not having so much traffic as compared to Monday. And one last thing, the gas prices between states can really vary. So let's say you're taking that longer road trip going from state to state to state. Try and plan out where you're going to buy gas, which gas station to stop at. Really do your research there, because it could end up saving you quite a bit of money. Guys?
All right, good intel there, Matt. Thank you. We appreciate you. We are going to turn now to the sudden passing of Kyle Busch. He's one of the greatest NASCAR drivers of all time, and he was just 41 years old. He died after being hospitalized briefly with a severe illness, and it has shocked the racing world.
The Candyman comes, Kyle Busch.
The world stunned by the death of NASCAR legend Kyle Busch at just 41 years old. His family saying he died suddenly after being hospitalized with an unspecified severe illness.
Just to think about the fact that that now he's gone is just impossible to try to process.
Busch's family, NASCAR, and his racing team saying in a joint statement, Our entire NASCAR family is heartbroken by the loss of Kyle Busch, a future Hall of Famer. Kyle was a rare talent, one who comes along once in a generation. Just 2 weeks ago at Watkins Glen, Busch was overheard in the middle of the race asking for medical help on his radio.
Can somebody try to find Bill Heisel? He's the Hendrick doctor guy. Tell him I need him after the race, please. I'm going to need a shot. Copy. He'll be at your bus.
According to the Associated Press, Busch was testing a racing simulator in North Carolina Wednesday when he became unresponsive and was transported to the hospital in Charlotte. Known for his brash, take-no-prisoners style, earning him the nickname Rowdy, to the delight of his millions of fans. Kyle's career spanning 3 decades, winning championships in all 3 of NASCAR's major touring divisions.
Kyle Busch will win his 100th Xfinity Series race, and it happens in Nashville.
Busch's colleagues and competitors paying tribute. Longtime rival Dale Earnhardt Jr. writing, "Kyle was one of the greatest drivers in NASCAR history. No one can deny that." Off the track, Busch was a family man. His wife Samantha and their 2 children, 11-year-old Brexton and 4-year-old Lennox, often right there to celebrate his victories. In Busch's final Instagram post Monday, he celebrated his son's birthday, sharing a series of pictures saying, "You're the best kid on and off the track. You amaze us every day. Keep doing what you're doing, and there is no limit to what you'll accomplish. Love you, buddy." And Busch was in North Carolina ahead of this weekend's race at Charlotte Motor Speedway when he was rushed to the hospital on Wednesday. And the Coca-Cola 600, that race there, is still scheduled to go on, and surely there will be more tributes to really a singular figure in racing history.
Oh, such a tragedy. Thank you for that beautiful tribute, Will. Coming up, one author's stunning diagnosis and how it actually paralleled one of her books when we come back.
Back now with author Caitlin Shetterly sharing a stunning diagnosis, the exact same cancer that a character has in her latest novel. Morgan Norwood has this story for us. This is just an incredible story.
Truly stunning. Caitlin Shetterly spent a year imagining what breast cancer diagnosis might feel like for her main character. Then life handed her the exact same chapter. Now she's opening up about the novel that helped her navigate a journey she never saw coming.
It is a shock. It feels like the rug has been pulled right out from underneath you.
The narrator of Caitlin Shetterly's new novel, The Gulf of Lions, is a woman living with breast cancer. The author herself later met with the same shocking disease.
I was diagnosed with the exact same cancer in the exact same breast as my character, Alice.
Alice had stage 2A cancer, while Caitlin's was 1B. Both were hormone positive. The 51-year-old author and Maine native researching her book for an entire year, including all the medical aspects.
I had meticulously researched cancer, this kind of cancer, this woman's cancer. And in it, I wrote this long before I had cancer.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women who are being diagnosed at younger ages. The sharpest rise has been seen in those under 50, with steep increases among Hispanic and Asian Americans.
I wrote a book about a woman who doesn't just survive cancer, but she thrives after it. And that was really important to me.
The Gulf of Lions is about a mother recovering from breast cancer who takes her daughters on a transformative camping trip across France.
I wrote this character, but as soon as this happened to me, she became a best friend who had gone through this very similar thing. And that was very profound and meaningful to me.
She grew tired of reading books to her 2 boys where the mother was either dead or dying, and ultimately she found comfort in her protagonist, Alice.
I remember thinking that if Alice can pack up her daughters and go to France and travel alone, then my gosh, I can do this too. And I had to love my life. And if nothing teaches you that any better than anything else, it's cancer.
So true. And in the same way that so many of us often turn to a good book for comfort, Shetterly says that she turned to friends and family saying, quote, "I had no idea I was worthy of such concentrated love. The Gulf of Lions is available right now."
I would imagine that getting a call like that or getting information like that gives you a new perspective on life.
And now she has a manual to help her through this journey that she wrote herself.
And helping others.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Morgan, for bringing us that story. Coming up here on GMA3, Olivia Rodrigo is curing our need for new music, dropping a brand new song and new music video overnight. That's coming up.
ready for a hair-raising edition of Pop News?
Literally. Oh, this
or
was
a
gonna be
hair
on
trimming edition
fire.
of Pop News. Listen, you got to keep the people guessing. You know, one day curls, the next day it's a nice summer cut.
Yeah,
It's almost like a little, what is the faux hawk? Like,
Yeah, it's
It's almost there. I
2004.
like
What are we
it.
talking about?
It looks good.
Let's begin Pop News with the cure to New Music Friday. New music, of course. At midnight last night, Olivia Rodrigo gave us The Cure. This is the second single and second music video of her new album, which is called You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. Check this out. I feel such a sense of pride when Will Reeve is dancing on the couch to the songs that we're speaking about. Yes.
I love pop music.
Great, great. No, I'm saying this is a win for me and for Olivia. The Grammy winner, by the way, says that The Cure is not only her favorite song on the album, it's one of her favorite songs she's ever written. Fans speculated that because of the title that the song may be partly inspired by the band The Cure. Olivia is a huge fan of its frontman, Robert Smith, calling him perhaps the best songwriter to come out of England and a personal hero of hers. They even performed 2 duets together at Glastonbury last year, but Rodrigo said in a recent interview that the song title is just a happy coincidence. You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love drops everywhere June 12th. The Cure streaming everywhere right now.
You're getting really strong reactions from Will.
Like
on
Lennon
that
and
entire
McCartney are
story.
probably the best songwriters to come out of England, although Robert Smith is also great. Please continue.
I will say, by the way, that this song and this video, for anyone who is wondering what it's like to be a Pisces, that's it. Olivia is a Pisces, I'm a Pisces. Heartbreak feels fatal. You're just gonna die without it. So I appreciate the Pisces representation.
A little
Soon to be
dramatic.
married, Will Gaines.
Well, or it fixes everything too, you know? It is The Cure. All right, now she can buy them herself, but Hollywood is giving Miley Cyrus her flowers. The pop icon will be honored with the 2,845th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame later today. Among those expected to speak at the event, actress Anya Taylor-Joy and designer Donatella Versace.
Nice.
This is the life. Cyrus skyrocketed to fame after making her debut 20 years ago as Hannah Montana. That still feels crazy to say. Quickly becoming a major Disney Channel star of the 2000s. She followed that with a success genre-bending music in her career as a musician. The best of both worlds, if you will, featuring 2 #1 singles, Wrecking Ball and this one, the Grammy winner, Flowers. Congratulations to Miley. We've loved watching your climb.
Oh, you worked them all in.
Worked them all in.
Nice.
When I went to see that movie, what was it called? The Last Song? Remember her movie that she was in? Someone pulled the fire alarm while I was in the movie theater, right at the very end, so I never knew how it ended. Greg Kinnear collapsed on the beach and we all had to leave the theater.
No.
Who knows?
I thought you were going to say you stayed there.
Maybe
you stuck it out.
I should have. A real fan might have.
That's what you would have done. That's what you should have done. Oh, well, she's so deserving. She's been in the business for so long. I remember taking my little sister to see her in concert.
Oh my
Ask Hannah
gosh.
Montana 20 years ago. I said, that girl, she's going places.
She's got what it takes, baby. Wigs and all. All right, finally, the galaxy far, far away is in our world now. The Mandalorian and Grogu has landed in theaters nationwide today, just in time to kick off Memorial Day weekend. And if you're in the Northeast like us, it's the perfect rainy day movie to see with your own group of rebels, which the movie's director, Jon Favreau, knows better than anyone. Check this out.
49 years ago, I got to see Star Wars when I was 10 years old. And that movie changed my life from that first shot. My dad took me to see it. I sat by his side. He pointed things out, explained to me how cool it was that the X-Wings had oil stains, and opened the door for me to love not just Star Wars, but cinema. And tonight, I'm getting to sit next to my dad and watch this movie.
Star Wars has always been about found family and the father-son dynamic, and The Mandalorian and Grogu continues that nearly 50-year-old tradition in a big way on the big screen. The Mandalorian and Grogu in theaters everywhere now.
That's so sweet. What a nice sentiment from Jon Favreau. That was lovely.
We should have known he loves the father-son thing.
Yeah.
Elf. You know?
True.
A classic tale of a father and son coming back
really
together.
do it all.
And Chef, too. There's another father-son. Okay, anyway, thank you, Will. We appreciate you so much. And we're getting you ready for your holiday weekend cookouts. We've got best-selling cookbook author Erin O'Brien. Stick around. How majestic and therapeutic is that? Back now on GMA3 with our moment on the Earth, a stunning overhead view of the world's largest overland migration, courtesy of our friends at National Geographic. This one happens every year in South Sudan. That's millions of antelope moving toward water and greener grass during the dry season. They spread out across tens of thousands of square miles when the rains return, and that drone footage shows the scale of this natural wonder. Wow. And I'm sorry that it's now going to come back to us instead of just seeing the antelope. But
let's
there
just
you go.
keep that up.
Yeah,
the whole show.
At least in the background.
That is
the music
incredible, and not AI.
No.
Thank you, National Geographic, for capturing that. That is absolutely beautiful. All right, now to our 50 States in 50 Weeks series, and we're up to state number 44, which is Wyoming. Becky Worley is in the Cowboy State with some really great views of nature and more wildlife. Hey there, Becky.
Hey, Steph, I love Wyoming. I come here a lot. My bestie from college lives here right in Jackson Hole, but I have never in all my visits been to Yellowstone. So when GMA said, do you want to go up on a safari into the park? It's a conservation safari where you're spotting the big 5 animals of Wyoming. I said, why, yes.
Wyoming, wide open and teeming with wildlife. And just like African safaris that have their big 5 animals, Wyoming has its own. Elk, bison, moose, bears, and wolves. Jen Dobril of Backcountry Safaris is guiding me through Yellowstone and, oh, wow, the Grand Teton National Park. Right away.
What do you notice?
I see some big kind of tan-colored rumps.
So, Becky, those are elk.
Elk are fundamental to the ecosystem here in Wyoming. Crazy fact, elk regrow new antlers every year at a rate of 1 inch a day during some periods.
Okay. Of the big 5, that's number 1. Cha-ching!
Next up, we see bison. The herd we encounter is well over 200, including calves called red dogs for their color.
360 degrees of bison.
But to keep our distance, Jen has a handy rule. For prey animals like bison,
if I cannot cover them with my hand anymore, I know they're getting too close. So we are going to keep our eye on them.
And for predators like wolves, use your thumb to check. I keep looking for a moose, but we aren't as lucky as this visitor from Minnesota.
We've been here 3 days now. We've seen probably over 30 moose,
wow,
which is unusual for us.
Moose are the largest members of the deer family, and they can consume 35 to 70 pounds of vegetation each day.
Big brown thing out there.
Oh my gosh, it's a bear. At first, we think it's a grizzly. But Jen later identifies it as a cinnamon black bear, something I've never seen before.
I see it. Oh, it's looking right at us.
And just a little further down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see it?
It's a black bear. Have you seen a bear before?
No, never.
First time?
Yeah.
All right, first time bear.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
We make it up past the Continental Divide to the amazing geothermal area of Yellowstone.
This is magnificent.
It's otherworldly.
But no wolves, which isn't surprising since the Park Service has never counted more than 200 of the animals since they were reintroduced to the park in 1995.
Back in Jackson, no wolf, woo, no moose, but we did find this one and we don't have to keep our distance. So thank you for an amazing day.
You're so welcome, Becky.
Huge thank you to you, Jen, and Backcountry Safaris. And we love profiling small businesses like yours. And that's why we're here at Sing Hats with Christy Singh Robertson. These amazing artisanal hats. I don't know if you can have artisanal trees. Can you have artisanal hats? Okay, all right. Amazing Wyoming. Love it here, guys. Am I blessed with this assignment or what?
That is a pretty great assignment. We love those hats and the gorgeous scenery as well. Thank you so much, Becky. Okay, now you know who else we love? We love Lori Bergamatto and the right stuff. She joins us. Yes, we do love you. And you've got some fun games for the whole family.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun in this segment, you guys. So thanks for being here for this. We're going to kick things off here with Guess Who. Are you guys familiar with Guess Who?
Of course. Classic.
Okay, well, there are a lot of people here who were like, I don't know what this is.
No way.
I'm so glad we've got pros here. So this, did you say no culture?
Yeah, just keep it going. I'm just talking.
What was that?
So this is the game that we all remember in a size you cannot forget, right?
Yeah.
So it's really fun. They've updated a lot lot of the players.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can see
they
there's like
have.
new
Oh, yes.
characters, different accessories, new names.
I see a man bun on here.
A man bun.
Yep.
We'll have a good man bun. It's one of the good questions. So it's part strategy, part luck, and all fun. It's really, the fact that you can bring it outside and play on a grand scale makes it.
I was going to say,
fun.
anytime you can make something bigger, kids love that.
They really
like
do.
a lawn
It's
game.
so true.
Yeah.
And speaking of kids, we're going to talk to our inner kid here.
May I play golf
He's
now?
so ready.
Okay.
He's so ready to play
pong.
golf. Okay, so you guys, this is golf pong.
I'm a little nervous. Don't hit me.
Nervous?
One
It's
of you
like-
guys also want to play. You're welcome to. There's an
Yeah,
extra
open the
golf.
club face.
You
I'll try
can
it.
play against Will. So guys, what this does is this combines chipping practice.
Oh, wow.
Really well done.
Okay.
Am I supposed to make it in different ones?
So wait,
Okay.
1 second. So now that Will got it there,
Oh, you take
we
that off.
remove it.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Okay,
So
that makes
it's
sense.
Velcro. So it combines chipping practice with
What's
the
happening
college
over there?
game
Uh-oh.
of Pong that we
I got
are
this
all
in the bag.
probably
Oh.
remember. Oh, okay. It's a tie game.
Oh.
All right. All right.
It is a tie game.
Final shot.
Oh, wow,
This
shanked
one is,
it.
This one is
I got
really
a little
fun, as you
excited.
can see.
Yeah.
And all
is a lot of
ages
fun.
and all levels of golf experience can play this.
Well, Stephanie
This is
beat him
great.
at planking.
Enjoy the rest
Yeah,
of the
it's
segment.
fair
I'll
that-
be here.
I know. I should have been nervous when they're like, we're going to do games and
Oh,
these two
okay.
are involved because I knew competition would
I've got a
ensue.
competitive streak, so we're going to try this again.
What about tic-tac-toe?
Yeah,
I like
Rhiannon
this.
and I are moving on to a gentler game. This is inflatable tic-tac-toe. You know it, you love it, and now you can play in the pool. Really,
The kids are gonna love
The
this.
kids are going to love this.
Whoa.
And what we love
Water
about this
game.
game is that it's under $20.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
it's really fun. What we've been reading the reviews and stuff, and what people say they love is the balls really do kind of float away.
Yeah.
So it extends the game. The kids are swimming to get them, bringing
is
them
a fun
back.
one.
So it is really fun. And like I said, under $20, and it looks so pretty in your pool, right?
Very nice.
not my
Okay,
game.
so you guys, this one requires a little bit more explaining. So Stephanie and Rhiannon
All right.
are going to play
Yes.
this one.
Okay, do
Will
we
you
hold
and
the
I
I like all the games.
Yes.
We got to
So
hold
What do I do?
So
Just
you
stay
and I
out of
will
the
just
way?
stand.
Okay.
We'll just stand over here while,
Okay.
while
This
we
is your
talk.
segment.
Thank
You
you,
get in-
thank
get in
you.
front.
Okay, so the way that this game works is it's a card game, and it's like matching cards, right?
Okay.
Now, once you get to a certain battle card, it triggers a duel. And this is when you throw these giant burritos. So Stephanie and Rhiannon will back up.
Here we
you
go.
guys are going to take 3 steps on my count, turn around and try to launch the burrito
What can
at each
possibly go
other
wrong?
dodgeball
Go
style.
for it.
Don't aim for the face.
Yeah, not the face,
No.
not the moneymaker, ladies. All right, here we go. 1, 2.
Am I supposed to be watching?
Whoa,
Yes,
whoa,
turn. Okay. In
I feel like that didn't go well.
Do we need to show them how it's
really
done?
hard.
All right, get
All
a
right,
burrito.
I'm getting in here.
Okay, here we go. Here we
Get
go.
your burrito.
Back to back.
Like
Here
my
we go.
aim was perfect.
All right, ready?
Okay, I'll
Here we
count.
go. 3,
3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay.
So who won?
You canceled each other.
We're all winners.
All right,
I wanna
but
play
here's
this one.
This is a really fun one too. So this is called, come over here, Steph.
Okay.
This is called Granny Pants, and as you can see, it's already pretty hilarious.
Yes,
We've got
okay.
Leslie and Brad. So
we go?
Will and Rhiannon, you're on Team Brad.
Okay.
Stephanie and I will be on Team Leslie.
Okay, ready?
And
Here
all
we
you're
go.
trying to do is see who can get the most in
In here.
first.
Got
Okay,
it.
1, 2, 3,
so
go.
Go.
All right, Rhiannon and Will are kicking our butts already. Okay.
They got it.
Yes,
All
Brad.
right.
God, you're good at this.
Super
I'm good.
affordable. Amazon, Walmart, lots of accessible places. So have a wonderful summer playing games.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
These are so fun.
Why do we
you
have to
can
finish
shop all
now?
these great games by scanning the QR code on your screen or go to goodmorningamerica.com. And coming up, best-selling cookbook author Erin O'Brien is here with the perfect salad to bring this weekend's cookout. Amazing.
We are back with our ultimate Memorial Day cooking countdown. New York Times best-selling cookbook, Dig In. Erin O'Brien is here, and she is going to show us how to make 2 fresh and delicious salads that are perfect for summer cookouts. So great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thanks for being here. Okay, so you've got a fruit salad idea here, which I think is great. If you're hosting a cookout or a gathering, it's always nice to have that salad option.
Definitely.
So this one's got a spicy kick to it?
It does. This is a really unique salad.
Okay.
I love a lot of the recipes in my book use some ingredients you wouldn't necessarily expect, but they really amp up the flavor. So we're going to start with the vinaigrette. We're using tahini, which is a Mexican chili lime seasoning. It's great for margaritas, of course, but also for some other things like this. So if you want to help me, just put the lime juice.
Okay.
And then we're going to do lime zest.
Okay.
And I'll do a pinch of salt.
Okay. Is this the lime zest right here? Okay.
Pour that right in. Yeah, whole thing.
Bam.
And then agave. You can also use honey. Right there for a little touch of sweetness.
Great mix.
And then here's the tahini.
That's the spice right there?
Yes. And then,
there's that Mexican
Do they
kick.
put that sometimes on the rim of margaritas?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
I
we
may,
can just...
I heard. I saw Will with one once.
If you want to whisk this up,
Yes,
I'm going to
absolutely.
drizzle in the olive oil.
Okay.
And this is just going to thicken up slightly.
That looks
and
great.
I see
looks
it.
perfect.
Wow, it smells
That's
good.
lovely.
Yes,
really good.
already. And then we're going to get going on mixing it all up together.
Okay, let's mix it up. What do we do?
So we basically dump everything into the bowl. This is a really great one that you
nice.
can make ahead of time, do the prep ahead of time, and then just dress it right before serving. Great for a summer party. It's a crowd pleaser.
My kids would probably eat all this fruit before I could even get it in a salad.
I love that.
So you've got the
Pineapple.
fruits in there, and we've already made the dressing, which has a little bit of kick. But what else might go into this salad to kick it up a notch?
So we're actually using cotija cheese, which is unexpected.
Yeah.
It adds a really nice saltiness. Also, the pepitas are great for some added crunch. Fresh herbs.
Does this go on last? Or
Oh yeah,
okay.
we could throw it all in there.
It's all going to the same place.
Mixing it up later.
When you board an airplane,
You
it doesn't
can't
really
mess
matter.
it up. And
And then mix it up?
yeah, we're just gonna dress it while you mix it right
Oh,
there.
that is a beautiful salad.
How do you balance the flavors?
Really, there's a little bit of spice with the serrano or jalapeno, and the cheese is really salty and kind of cooling, and all the sweetness, of course. So
that
it's
looks
really a great
great.
mix.
Look at
So
that.
I love this one for summer.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Great for poolside parties.
And we mentioned your cookbook. I just want to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you
your
so much.
New York Times best-selling cookbook. I mean, you have to share with us where exactly you found out that you were on the list.
So my grandma owned a Mexican restaurant back in the 70s in La Jolla, and we actually found out at that book tour stop on Wednesday.
Love
So
that.
it's
That is so
really
special.
Yeah, and
perfect.
so many of her recipes are in this book, so I'm very proud to continue her legacy.
And that's sort of the inspiration, or at least one of them,
Definitely.
is carrying on her
yeah.
legacy.
Yeah,
Well,
my
that's-
mom and grandma taught me everything I know.
Oh, and well, thank you for teaching us what you and they knew, because this food is so delicious. Let's move on to the green bean salad here.
So this one, only a handful of ingredients.
You want me to move so you can, your turn to cook.
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Get in
We
here.
do call
Get
it green
in
bean
there.
salad master. That's how I'm known.
So the secret with this, yes, we're gonna get you cooking.
Please.
Secret with this is not what the ingredients are, it's what you do with them. So we're blanching the green beans. We've all had some boring green beans, right? That are a little mushy or underwhelming.
Just
these
plain
are,
old salt.
Yeah, these are snappy and crispy and delicious. So those are all prepared. We're gonna add in our ingredients here, so some lemon juice.
Okay, lemon juice.
And then I'm gonna get the lemon zest.
Yep.
And then salt, you can add that in.
The whole thing?
Yep.
Bang.
And then some olive oil.
Yep.
And then just, let's mix that up. We could just toss it together.
I want to do it this way.
Perfect.
No look. There you go.
And then here's the secret. I'm gonna make it rain with some freshly grated
make it
rain.
Rain and cheese.
This is probably my favorite ingredient aside from butter. This is so good, and it almost creates like a coating on every green bean. Yeah, get it all in. Put it all in there.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, so what about
Easy as that.
Did we do the dressing for the green beans?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember I did the
They're
no
simple.
look this? Yeah,
how could I forget?
if you didn't.
It's nice and simple. It's
So
just a couple of
simple.
ingredients and it spices up the green beans.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, time to eat.
Yes.
This is
Time to eat.
delicious. I
Thank you so
already
much,
ate it.
Erin.
Yeah.
These are
Wow.
fantastic. You can get these recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com and Erin's cookbook, Dig In. It is out now. Thanks so much, Erin.
Thank you so much for having me.
And catch
That's
it up.
jalapeno, too.
Yeah, we've
it
got a
good?
best-selling author coming up, Jack Carr. He's here to tell us about his new book.
Yeah, you did.
We are back here on GMA3, and if you are looking to relax with a good book for a long weekend, we have one that is perfect for Memorial Day. It is called The Fourth Option. It is the latest book by best-selling author and former Navy SEAL Jack Carr, who is here to tell us all about it. Welcome.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me. This is fantastic.
We're so happy you're here. This is the last stop on your book tour. Save the best for last,
That's it.
of course.
That's it.
And I love this because you say your book is a modern take on a Western. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so it's my modern take on that Old West archetype, that stranger comes to town narrative that we're familiar with from movies like Pale Rider or High Plains Drifter or Shane or even Magnificent Seven. And really the basis is an old show that was a radio show first and then a TV show called Have Gun Will Travel in the 50s and 60s. But instead of jumping on his horse and riding into town, my character Chris Walker gets in his Volkswagen bus pop-top camper from the 80s and drives into town, in this case New Orleans, to start unraveling this conspiracy that works its way through police force, political elements, and a pharmaceutical industry and takes that down.
Wow.
All right, sign us up. Now, you are an ex-Navy SEAL. How did that experience influence this book, the storyline, and sort of everything you do?
Yeah, so this is book number 10, but it's the first in a new series. And in the same way that it influences the other books, in a way that I didn't anticipate at the outset, meaning I thought I'd get all the sniper weapon stuff right. And if I didn't know something about an aircraft carrier or a plane, I could reach out to somebody and get those details from them. But when I started writing, I then realized what a personal writing experience it was going to be, meaning I'll remember what it was like to be ambushed in Baghdad in 2006 and take those feelings and emotions and apply them to a completely fictional narrative, or what it's like to be behind the sniper rifle. I don't have to go find a sniper, ask them a bunch of questions, and have those answers get filtered through preconceived notions I may have, documentaries I've seen, other books I've read. I can remember what it was like, and so all those, every word goes from my heart and soul directly onto the page.
Because you have that perspective. We both have a military background.
Yes.
I actually deployed to Baghdad just a few years after you in 2008. And as you know, when you're on this deployment, it can have a serious effect on the family, but especially the families of fallen soldiers. As we go into this Memorial Day weekend, what would you want people to keep in mind?
Yes, but people to remember that from the inception of this country up until today, just how much was sacrificed so we could have these freedoms, these options and opportunities that all of us have today. So much was sacrificed back then, so much was invested in this country that maybe you might not have to invest today. So it's taking that quiet moment and especially letting your kids know, grandkids know, just to set some time aside to remember those people who sacrificed so much so we could have these freedoms that we enjoy today.
Such an important message, yes. Let's talk about The Terminal List. Of course, hit show based on your books with starring Chris Pratt, and there's going to be a second season of it. How does that all feel?
That's right. So it's crazy because I sat down to write those first words. So as a child of the 80s, of course, I write my first sentence in December of 2014, and I think, who's going to star in this masterpiece? And I think Chris Pratt. He hasn't yet done Guardians of the Galaxy. He hasn't done Jurassic World yet. He's only been in Parks and Rec and as a Navy SEAL in Zero Dark 30. So I saw that transformation. I thought, Chris Pratt needs to do this for his career. He'll star in this. And then years later, a buddy of mine from the SEAL teams gave the book to Chris, and he read it and held the option the next day. So Terminal List first season came out in 2022. We have a spin-off called Dark Wolf that came out last August, and then the second season, based on my book True Believer, comes out on October.
You manifested
21st.
all of that. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, we're so excited. The fourth option, Jack's new book, is available now, and you can get your copy by scanning that QR code right there on your screen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, thanks so much for watching.
Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend, everyone.
Take care. Be safe.